Morning, girls. How we doing? We are back here again with Amberlynn Reid, and this is I'm being fetishized. Okay, all right. Being portrayed as the villain, and Trisha Paytas is a liar. Part two. Obviously, I know very little about Trisha Paytas, so I probably won't be able to help very much in that situation. I'm going to assume it's going to be like Trisha Paytas claims that she doesn't know who Amber is, or doesn't want her on her show, or something like that. And Amber's obviously deeply upset about this. Being portrayed as the villain. Stop being the villain then. I'm being fetishized. You aren't. Except maybe by Tommy and the people on those websites, because we're not.
Hey guys,
Hi.
welcome to a new video. Welcome to part 2 of a 4-part series where I answer 100
So glad she held up her fingers there, because I was really confused as this was going.
of your questions, 25 questions per part. So the reason why I'm doing this 4-part series is because I promised you guys that I would upload every other day.
Oh
But I'm
my
gonna
fucking god. This is like the start of Vlogmas, where every time at the start of Vlogmas, you had to go like, just so you know, this is uploading every day on Vlogmas. That doesn't matter if I upload for 3 minutes or 1 minute or 2 minutes. As long as I upload something every single day, that causes me uploading every single day. I said, yep, we get it. This is part 2. Assume people have watched part 1.
I'm gonna be busy for the next 10 days, so I'm not gonna have time to edit,
Oh
but I
my
will have
God.
time to film. So these videos are gonna help keep the schedule up, get you guys content, and for me to keep my promise. I also want to do it.
My promise to the audience that you very blatantly dislike. Do we need the first 30 seconds of this video?
Disclaimer, I got these questions from several different
Sorry, I should say 45 seconds. We're still going.
social media platforms where I said, hey y'all, I am doing a Q&A, send me in your
Oh my
questions. Okay,
God.
let's get into it. First one is, did you finish the jar of poisoned olives? So as you guys know, I was having anxiety because my new thing of olives
Oh yeah, as you guys know, I don't care about your
didn't
olives.
pop, and it's supposed to pop when you open the jar. That means, you know, fresh goodness. It
Well, someone actually said apparently that brand doesn't pop. Someone said in my comment section. I don't know. I've never had that brand. I'm also not crazy like her.
didn't pop, so my anxiety said that it was poisoned and it was molded over.
And you still
I was
ate
having
it.
so much anxiety, but like
And
I
you
wanted to
still ate
stare
it.
anxiety in the face and fear in the face and say, you know what, I'm stronger
See, remember the whole thing about the whole being fetishized thing? I am fully aware what you're describing is your weird kink roleplay, so can we not?
than you. So I started eating the olives, but then there was a reaction channel that was like, girl, do not use those olives. Do not eat those olives. Like that jar was supposed to
Maybe stop watching so many reaction channels.
pop, like it didn't pop, like don't get sick. She scared me. So now, no, I'm not eating the poisoned olives.
God damn the evil reaction channels. First they took Rarity, now they took my olives.
Have you ever ridden a bike? Oh yes. When I was a
No, you haven't. Can we not?
kid, I was always outside. I really wanted to
Clearly.
escape my home. Let's be real.
Yeah,
I swam,
obviously.
I rollerbladed, roller skated.
Yeah, it looks
I would
like
ride
it.
a bike.
Definitely.
I had a scooter. I had an
yeah.
electric scooter at one
Definitely.
time. Well, it wasn't
Did you have an electric scooter? Because I don't think those were available in, like, what was it, the early 90s she was born in?
electric. It ran on gas. Is that electric? I don't know. Then I started doing dances and dancing routines, and I was
Sure.
part of dance groups.
You look at everything you're describing here. That all makes sense to me.
I did sports,
Yeah,
soccer,
clearly.
softball.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was always outside. You wouldn't think so now.
Well, no, because you are the ball now. I'm sorry, I just don't buy it. I don't imagine someone who apparently was the most active person in the entire world is now, like, so inactive, so bedbound. Her, like, leaving her house is, like, such a big deal. She needs to do a vlog not showing it, but talking about it.
Now because look at me. But yes, riding a bike was definitely part of that. What's your nationality? So on my dad's side, Polish and Irish. On my
Okay.
mom's side,
Yay.
Portuguese and French. Would you ever
They're not Irish. You suck.
try being vegan again? No,
So me and her could be related. Imagine.
absolutely not. Because I would fail. I would not be able to be satisfied. I'm just being 1,000% honest. Call me selfish. It is selfish. I
Is it? It's a choice. Like, I don't know if that's considered a selfish choice.
just won't be able to do it. I know that I won't.
Like, this is the woman who, like, I don't know, didn't microchip her pets because it was too much work, didn't put collars on her pets because it was too much work, let one of her pets out or got eaten by a dog or something like that. Who fucking knows at this point? But no, her not going vegan. That's the selfish thing she's done in her life.
What's your least favorite Billie Eilish song?
Oh
That
my
question
God,
is so
no one
rude.
cares.
I genuinely don't know. Like, I love every song.
Well, you don't. Like, that's just fact. You don't. I love Queen. There are Queen songs that I don't like. I like Johnny Cash. There are Johnny Cash songs that I don't like. Just because you like something doesn't mean every single thing you like about it has to be everything.
Ever done. I know every single word of every single song,
No, you
like
don't.
some obsessive
You don't.
person. I love every song. But if I had to like put them in order,
This, remember, she accused Geordie of stalking her and got a question about it. And her answer was, nah. And that was it. It was basically not even a syllable. It was just a bunch of, like, sound compressed together into some kind of squawk. And that was pretty much it. But for this, she can give you a fucking essay.
maybe I didn't change my number. Oh, I feel bad even saying that. But I still
Wow.
love the song. Shh. Do you still
Cringe.
spray Pam on the food? So if you guys don't know, years ago, I was making some salmon.
Years ago. You're still a death thought. Stop. It's not like your life's changed.
I seasoned it like a normal person, sprayed
You aren't a normal person, so I don't believe you.
some Pam on top, what I considered like a normal person. It
Wow.
literally became a meme because I sprayed some Pam.
No. It didn't become a meme because you sprayed some Pam. It's because Michael B. Petty was very funny. Amber, did I take away the magic for you? That you were not the central character in that meme existing? It's because Michael B. Petty reacted in a funny way. You know, like reaction channels often make your content better than it is because that's why most people watch it through reaction channels as opposed to watching it through you. That's because Michael B. Petty was funny.
Which is oil, on top of my salmon, where people add oil. At the time, I just didn't have liquid oil.
I love she is still clearly so upset about it. Maybe because she is fully aware that Michael B. Petty got a lot of praise and a lot of attention. People thought he was really funny for it. Maybe that is a reason why she is still... But this is when we started off going, years ago I did this, but she's still upset about it and still arguing and justifying it.
So I sprayed oil on top, which I thought was normal. People were going crazy. And still
People
to this
laughed at
day,
you.
people literally go crazy about
Yeah,
this.
people are still laughing at you for this because it was a funny meme because people laughed at you.
And I don't know how to cook. Why
You
would
don't.
someone spray Pam on top of food? Like, just hexacana stuff.
Oh my
If
god,
I'm watching a
hexacana!
vlog, you know how many times I have seen someone spray Pam on top of salmon, on top of...
Probably not a lot. I'm going to... Probably not a lot because I don't know why you would be there to see them do that. And I don't really think that in any of those high-class vlog channels that people watch, I don't think any of them have spray Pam or whatever the fuck it's called as a main ingredient.
of chicken, on top of all kinds of stuff that they put in the air fryer.
Oh my god.
And no one said...
This is easily the longest thing. This is the longest question we have had. Sorry, the longest answer we've had out of both videos so far. And it's her butthurt because Michael B. Petty made a meme that people liked.
anything, but yet I was attacked. And I'm still being attacked for it.
Is this being portrayed as a villain because it's with fucking Pam?
Years later, it's hectic.
You're not being attacked for it. People are laughing at you for it. It's different.
But to answer your question, the answer is no, simply because I
Jesus
haven't made any meals where I had to do that. But yeah, it's kind of just such a weird thing to like make fun
Imagine being so fucking butthurt like 5 years later.
of someone for. I don't know. Have you
I make fun of way worse, not on you.
ever been electrocuted? So
Well,
one time
dear,
that I do...
we can only fucking hope. Do you think it would make it through? You know, way like, like rubber insulates. Do you think someone misspelt it and they meant blubber?
remember for real, I was living in Virginia. There was a
Oh, was it a
horrible
fake
storm
story?
happening. I was watching
Oh, I can't wait for her to be hit by fucking lightning or something like that.
YouTube on my laptop, but my laptop was about to die. So I had
Wow.
it plugged into the wall.
That's crazy.
And while I was watching my laptop, I had headphones on, but that was when
Crazier.
I didn't have like the whole wireless situation going on, so there was a
Wow.
wire.
No,
So
really?
It went headphones that were wired, plugged into my laptop.
Is she going to try to get struck by lightning in the fucking brain? Does that explain a lot?
Laptop plugged into the wall because it was charging. Next thing you know, electricity hits the house
Wow.
right next to where my laptop is charging, and I'm telling you,
No,
I was
you're not.
zapped. I literally was.
No, you're not. Because that's cringe. And I'm embarrassed for you that you had to make up the story. I've never heard the story before. I'm pretty sure I got hit by lightning would be a story she has told before. Embarrassing.
Zapped. My girlfriend at the
This is how fucking little content we have going on right now. Is that she had a rant for a minute and a half about the Michael B. Petty Pam meme. And now we've got a minute of a fake story of her getting hit by lightning.
time was like, oh my God, are you okay? I don't understand. Like,
Oh my god, are you okay? Did they see the lightning come through the window and get you?
maybe
Why
my
would they
brain
see
got
it?
fried that day, and that's why I'm so like hectacana. You know what?
Oh
That
my
actually-
god, Hectacana, guys! That's the new catchphrase. She's famous, so it makes sense she has catchphrases because, she's famous. God, why do you not think she's famous? You guys are crazy.
It makes a lot of sense now that I think about it.
Oh my
But
God, she's so
I was
funny.
electrocuted for real. I don't know how like
Well, you weren't.
like I came out okay, or am I okay? Maybe I'm not. It
Oh,
genuinely
tee so fucking embarrassing.
scared me. When is the last time you watched a mukbang?
No, they said when was the last time you washed? That was the question. You just added extra words.
I haven't watched mukbangs in
What is with the fucking I don't know editing Lynn going on here?
easily 2 years plus. It's just not
Crazy.
something that interests me anymore. When
You're probably gonna watch a lot more when Tommy makes you watch feeder porn with her.
what was the last thing you asked ChatGPT? Oh boy, I don't
Answer some of these questions for me.
even remember. It's been a minute. I think a couple weeks.
Well, it wasn't like it's been a minute a couple weeks ago.
ago, I asked it like a saying because I heard someone say something and I was like, what does that mean? Sometimes you can Google these things, but like I'm telling you, Chat GPT will just downright tell you exactly what it means.
That's because it just Googles it for you, pretty much. It just does a web search and then defines it for you.
While Google, it's kind of like speculation. Chat GPT just tells you straight.
Well, no, ChatGPT is all. It also if the information you see on Google you consider speculation, the information ChatGPT is just gets it from like Google, so it is still like speculation.
Is Tommy a good kisser?
She's so stupid.
One of the.
Yeah, she kissed me on the lips and on my girly parts because I had the sex.
Very best. Would you ever go on a cruise? You know, that used to be something.
Would you fit on a cruise? There you go. I'm fixing these questions as we go. We're doing honest questions here.
Something I actually genuinely wanted to do, but I don't think I would. Something about being in the middle of the ocean for that long.
Crazy.
It gives me the same feeling of like how I feel claustrophobia would feel like, but it's not claustrophobia. It's like a different feeling. It's like, I would feel so stuck. And that scares me. I don't like that. How much did you weigh when you were born?
Why are all these questions fake? Like, just out of, because like, who give a fuck? Who gives a shit what she weighed when she's born? Who gives a shit if she's interested in going on a cruise? Who cares? Genuinely, where do these... Obviously, like I said, they're her making up these questions because she has nothing going for her in her life at all.
I actually weighed 6 pounds, 6 ounces, so I was a little one. Do you still talk to any of your exes? I do not talk to a single ex-girlfriend. Nope. What is your favorite...
Yeah, well, you used to, and that was the creepy bit. I love she said, like, nope, I don't. Like it was in any way her choice.
Sweet treat. A Tootsie Roll or Jamocha Almond Fudge milkshake from Baskin Robbins. Like, oh my God, so good. What shows have you watched recently? Don't come for
Oh yeah, people were edge of their seat wondering if she's watched any Squid Games.
me. I am watching Beast Games on Prime. The first 3 episodes have been posted on there, and it's definitely highly entertaining.
I'm assuming Beast Games is like a Mr. Beast ripoff of Squid Games or something like that. That's what I can only guess. And of course, that's the kind of thing she'd watch because Mr. Beast like applies like only people who watch Mr. Beast are like actual children, which I guess he kind of falls into that category, or people who are obsessed with like famous people. Like that's literally it. I don't think there's any crossover of like normal people being like, I'm going to sit down and watch a Mr. Beast video today. It's either you're a child or you're someone obsessed with the idea of like internet famous people, and she fits into both those categories because she wants to be an internet famous person. I bet she thinks that her saying this will get her invited to the next games.
I've also been watching Jersey Shore Family Vacation, Grey's Anatomy, but I think they're on like a little bit of a break.
Oh my God.
I think that's it. If you could only pick one perfume to use for the rest of your life, which one would you?
Oh my God. Do you know what? Yep. I was, do you know what? Shut up, guys. I'm hoping she answers this. I'm just so interested.
Pick Bright Crystal by Versace. How do you handle all of the hate without getting depressed or going crazy? I'm used
Well, she is depressed and crazy, so good work, questioner.
to it, and I've gone through a lot in my life. I used to hate the saying, what makes you stronger?
Oh my God, she said something not right. Oh my God.
I was about to say what makes you stronger doesn't kill you. That's not right.
Well, we can hope the other way.
I used to hate the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but it's genuinely true. I really like that saying also.
I love she keeps doing this. She does that all the time when she like hates like a common phrase that everyone accepts and agrees with. And she'll always say, I used to hate that, but you know what? It's true. It's like, why are you always like 40 years behind everyone else in fucking phrases?
So like, what is chaos for the fly might not be chaos for the bee. Something like that. It's totally true. Some people can handle really hard things better than others. And I feel like in certain cases,
you're 600 pounds. You can't handle shit.
The smallest thing like could really trigger me, but like really big things, like every day being harassed online, I don't know. I think
being harassed online, you're the one who just admitted that you watch reaction channels. You're the one who admitted that you couldn't eat olives because you decide to sit there all day watching reaction channels.
I'm just numb to it. It doesn't make it okay.
I'm just numb to it. Remember last video where you were pretending that you had BPD and you claimed that you have no control of your emotions whatsoever. You can't regulate them in any way, and you will fly into fits of uncontrollable rage, having a tantrum in your own words. But no, I just don't bother with it. They don't upset me whatsoever. Literally a second ago, you said someone saying something online mean you couldn't eat olives.
It doesn't mean I want it to continue, but it just means the pain from it has been so constant that my body...
I love where I want someone to go through and do a tally of this. I'm not going to because I'm fucking lazy, but I want someone to go through the 50 questions we get in these first 2 videos and see how many of them are in any way real questions. Because obviously, if we see what her audience is. She'll get 300 comments and 299 plus 1 of them will be telling her that she's a shit person and she's awful. But for some reason, in these questions, I would say out of the, I don't know, let's say we have done 40 so far. I would say out of the 40 that we've done so far, probably about 36 of them are on her side, maybe 37.
He is actually used to it, and that's pretty sad. Are you ever going to do mukbangs again? Because I miss them. Honestly,
no!
I'm not sure. My answer
Signed Walnut.
used to be a flat out no, but in this moment, I don't know. Trisha Paytas says she loves to lie and does it all the time. Why do you think people accept her serious lies, but get so mad at your white lies?
What? She accused someone of raping her. Oh, just a little white lie.
Hey, who said that I was white lying over here? No, but I actually know exactly what you're talking about because I watch every single one of her podcasts on times 2 speed.
Yep.
I have to...
You also admit to lying. So you have outright admitted numerous times that you lie to your audience. You've said that you troll your audience. You do that because you want to be Trisha Paytas.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God, Tommy's phoning me and my vagina fluttered.
Baby? Stop. Okay, what was I saying?
Wow, that's so crazy. Some fucking salesman was like, what? Because for some reason we couldn't hear Tommy answer back. That was really odd and suspicious. But then we got a jump cut to her going, oh yeah, oh my God, and then another jump cut to it being over. I've never seen a faker relationship, and I watch Foodie Beauty with Salah.
Sorry, Tommy called me. Okay, I think I was
Sure.
saying that like I watch all of Trisha Paytas' podcasts on times 2 speed. I watch everything on times 2 speed. Like I literally can't. My attention span is not good. But yes, I have peeped her saying that she lies for fun. She lies to everyone. She lies this. And
You
like
said
people
that
love
too.
to lie. And like she's even had guests on her show that's like, yeah, I lie too. It's like so fun. And like no
Is that why you want to be on a show? Where are we going with this? Amber has directly said all of this as well.
one says anything about it. And I'm like, this is weird.
No one says anything about Trisha Paytas being a bad person and lying and trolling people. Yep, that's what I took away from hearing everyone hating Trisha Paytas.
I genuinely believe it's because it's trendy not to like me.
Are you aware Trisha Paytas is far more famous than you and also far more disliked than you? Are you aware of that? Like, I realize that she is genuinely low IQ, so I'm assuming she thinks because she likes Trisha Paytas and she has this, like, celebrity cult, like, obsession in her head, where if you're famous, she's obsessed with you and likes you and just agrees with everything you say. But is she unaware that most people, like, people see Trisha Paytas as a lol cow? There are huge documentaries on it. There are people who react to every single thing Trisha Paytas does, just like with her, but still on a larger scale because she's more famous.
It's trendy to say the meanest comment in the comment section or the funniest, meanest comment.
Yep.
But with Trisha Paytas, like she's trending right now. People are forgetting that she still does things that are controversial.
Well, no, they aren't. Like, I know what world she lives in, but no, they aren't.
She still says things that are very controversial.
Yes.
One of them being like, yeah, I lie all the time. Yay me. Like,
Is that controversial? Like, you do that, so why would you consider that controversial?
that's weird. But I think the internet really holds on to something and that is what they go with. But
They really hold on to something, apart from, Trisha Paytas, where I said they didn't hold on to, fuck, shit, I totally argued against myself there. She is so fucking stupid.
But it is very tiring to constantly compare myself and have other people compare myself because no one
Then stop comparing yourself to people, you fucking weirdo. That's a you thing.
sees me. You know what? I'm not going to say no one because I'm speaking in absolutes, which I need to not do that. So
Which I pretended to learn in therapy that I haven't started yet.
let me rephrase that. I am learning. I am trying to be better over here. What I was trying to say is there is a lot of people who genuinely do not view me as human.
Yeah.
They don't. So it's easy for them to like literally think that I'm lying about everything.
I love the deliberate pause during this emotional scene of her talking about how she's been dehumanized. She still had to pause, though, to make sure she said literally like that, because that's her catchphrase as well.
And they don't want to believe what I'm saying, or they don't
you
want to
lie.
accept the fact that I also am a human who is
Are you?
currently experiencing human experiences right along with y'all. So no matter
Well, it's because you make up human experiences like having BPD. That's why people find you fucking weird.
how much I like compare and like be like, yeah, we're all human and this is what we do, and like everyone is treated differently based on like how they look and what the internet wants and what's trending on the internet.
Yeah, it's definitely because it's what's trending on the internet, because you're just so cool and you just trend on the internet so much, even though actually weirdly, because you said that you trended on the internet and went viral and were super popular and everyone liked you on your I don't have celery stick but I got pizza, whatever that TikTok was. You said everyone liked it and everyone loved you and everyone laughed with you and they all thought you were incredible. However, the trend is not to like you. There's not a lot of through lines through this conversation right here. This is the biggest problem. The longer she talks, the more it's just like, bro, you literally have no idea what you're fucking saying.
Nothing I say matters. So let's move on to the next
Then why did you talk for 2 minutes about this and contradict yourself constantly?
question. What did Tommy get you for your birthday? She made
Cheesecake!
my ultimate dream come true.
Cheesecake!
She got me Billie Eilish tickets.
Who asked that question? Who asked that question? That was a 2-episode thing in the middle of all her fucking nonsense when she hadn't uploaded in ages. That was it. I'm sorry. Who are we meant to be pretending is asking these questions? Are these like not viewers?
Tickets, and it was absolutely incredible. And then I woke up on my birthday with a surprise.
Cheesecake.
My favorite roses.
Cheesecake.
Red roses with baby's breath. Like, it was just like the sweetest.
Oh my god, cheesecake.
Do you and Tommy have phone sex when long distance?
Ew.
Yes.
Bro, you're like 34, aren't you? I'm sorry. You're 34. Is like sex like, oh my god, they said the sex word. It's literally just sex, bro.
Obviously, duh. When you are doing cameos, how many requests do you get a week? I would say around 25, because I would say
No, you don't. You don't. If you get 30,000 views, you don't get 25 cameos. People paying money every single week. You do not.
I average getting about 3 a day, sometimes more, sometimes less, but we're just gonna say with like 25.
Okay, so 25, average of 3 a day. Yep, that makes sense.
Which I feel like is so much. You guys are so amazing. Like, that is so sweet. I'm definitely going to be opening my cameos again soon. I just didn't have the energy to do it while doing.
I'm not interested in going and checking the cameo, but I bet if you go and check the cameo, there are not 25 new reviews a week.
Vlogmas, and just a lot was going on in my life, but they will be open soon. Don't you worry. Are there any reaction channels that you think purposely try to portray you poorly? Of course.
My god, let's go. Yay. Another time to whine about reaction channels.
Every single one. I don't even know why.
But I love it because you know it's also her asking the question to herself once again. Because most people would say, what's reaction channel do they hate the most? Because they want the tea like that. Her going like, she is wording that question deliberately in a way that implies that reaction channels do this.
Why they're called reaction channels, because it's like, yeah, they are reacting, but they're only reacting in like a negative way. Like, they're only trying to find things that are negative to.
Maybe you don't have positives in your life. Like, what is positive in this fucking nonsense that I have watched so far? And I meant to just sit here at this like unchanging landscape, like that you filmed dozens upon dozens of videos on, and be like, oh, well, the green thing, it's kind of nice. It looks like she might have brushed it a bit, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Like, what am I meant to find positive in this?
To say. And I think a really good example of that is like, you watch me do normal things. Like, I spend Christmas with my family and we're making bags for the homeless.
Yeah, well, you're doing that for clout and internet attention, which is fucking creepy, yeah.
And reaction channels are just like nitpicking every tiny little detail. That it no longer becomes like a true authentic reaction.
Well, no, it's still a true authentic reaction. They don't like you. What? She's making it sound that people are deliberately trying to find things, but if they don't like you and they're looking at what you're doing and they're criticizing what you're doing, that is the authentic reaction. Just because you aren't happy that they aren't praising you and like building a shrine for Saint Boleyn because you did something on the internet for clout.
And it's like you're purposely trying to find negative things in my videos. It's like a scavenger hunt. It's like
Well, no. Well, not really much of a scavenger hunt if there's a giant flag in every single fucking one of them. Like, no, the homeless thing was fucking creepy.
A word search. It's like a hidden image game. It's like, how quick can I find...
Are we at the being upset at the world section of this Q&A again?
Something horrible to say about Amberlynn. It's just... Yeah, they're purposely trying to portray me in a bad light, and it works. Like, I have never seen anything like it in my life. And if...
Well, you have, because you watch Trisha Paytas, you watch H3H3, who has entire subreddits dedicated to him. I'm sure you watch other controversial figures that I just can't think of right now. You watch Chantel. You've seen it numerous times. This is why people criticize you. Sorry, was I doing? Is this me doing a scavenger hunt? Am I nitpicking again here? As she's like blatantly lying and trying to act like she's the biggest victim who's literally ever existed in the entire universe, when she's like blatantly lying to me because even the person in her title has experienced this more than she has.
If a reaction channel says nice things about me, even just one slight nice thing about me, or like takes my side, their community gets upset with them. That says everything it needs to say, right?
Well, no, because the reaction channel might be wrong. And that might be why people are unhappy with it. That's why. I love that you just assume that they should naturally just be taking your side, and that's why you think they must be right because they took your side, when instead they could be wrong because they took your side. This is the whole narcissism thing. I know you BPD and all, you probably don't understand this, but you you're probably the wrong one in this situation because you're kind of always wrong.
There in itself. How do you feel about people supporting Alex is Shook's absence, but they freak out when you don't post for a few days? It's easy to
What? They don't freak out when you don't post for a few days. Like, Alex took some time off. I think he was sick. And he said he was, like, sick. Isn't that right? Didn't he post on, like, Twitter or something like that to say he was sick and he was hoping to be back soon? Because that was it. He took some time off. I take time off sick all the time as well. That's why. Because for you mysteriously disappear and then go like, I just decided I'm not uploading. And it's like, oh, is that weirdly coincidental to times when your channel got struck for, you know, the whole like rotisserie chicken thing and other videos like that? Is it? It's weird that lines up purposely. It's almost like you struck with the community guidelines and were banned for 7 days. Like that's why people were interested in that.
support someone that a lot of people support, but publicly, people don't really support me. They don't really support my decisions.
No. People do not support you. There's a full stop in that sentence.
They do privately. Like I get so many sweet DMs and
Sure.
I'm so grateful for each one. Always.
It's just so creepy. Like you're looking at some of her videos that are getting like 30,000 like views or something like that, and she's getting like I don't know, no thumbs up. Like surely these people who are able to thumbs up anonymously, they'd still be doing it on your videos if you were still as super pop. Remember that the one time she randomly tried to claim that all of her videos had like a 95% like to dislike ratio, but like my videos generally get like an average of like a 1 in 10, I think it is. So I usually for like every 10 views, I will get like 1 thumbs up. For her, it's closer to like 1 in 40, which is like that shows that your content is not liked. But she was like, nope. I have a 97% thumbs up in my video. And then she did like a drive-by picture of her computer monitor. And like everything was so blurry, you couldn't see fucking anything. You could see. It's like everything else. When you're ordering Torge, you're able to hold the camera steady. When you're showing me shit online to do with like joining Weight Watchers, you're able to hold it steady. When you're proving us wrong with that, for some reason, you're suddenly twitching.
Always am. But like publicly, I don't look like a very supported girly pop. I'll tell you that. But I think that's the reason why like I live in my Delulu land because I'm so supported like behind the scenes in my private DMs. Like it's crazy. So
That's creepy. I'm sorry, just why are you DMing with fans? Firstly, I don't believe it's true because obviously it's not true. We can see how disliked she is. But that's creepy. Why are you sitting there going through DMs from like fans and shit like that? I don't get that.
I kind of like live there. I live in my little Delulu land and I like to stay there. I kind of like
Are you unaware that if like you're going to a room of 100 people and 97 of them decide that you're a bad person and 3 of them decide you're the greatest person who's ever existed, the 97 more than likely are right.
pay rent there. I just moved furniture in. Like I'm having fun over there. Okay.
Oh my God,
But
so
publicly,
funny.
it's easier to be like, oh, Alex Ashok isn't posted for a month. Well, we all love him, so we all have to support that decision. But
Well, I'm sure there are people who are upset about it too. I'm sure people are upset about it too, but like, shrug. Who cares? You know, he was sick. He had a reason. He gave a reason that people understood. What's your reason? She's like, I'm just not doing it in a like, very suspicious situation.
But like, if I'm gone for a few days, it's Amberlynn is so lazy. Like she can't even do her job.
Yeah, because you are fat and lazy and you don't do your job. This is your content right now. Is sitting on a couch getting annoyed about stuff and made up questions from yourself.
Imagine if she had a real job.
Even this question, once again, is asking like an accusatory thing towards Alex's shook. When like, are there people saying that? Which even like, she's the one claiming everyone supports Alex's shook. However, this question doesn't seem to.
And she did this, like her boss, oh my God, she would be fired.com.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of hypocrisy. What?
Oh my God, I made up a new catchphrase. Oh my God.
What is a hypocrisy?
Do you know what? I don't know. Make up more catchphrases. One of them, I don't know, might stick. You might go viral again. Let's pop off.
Holy moly, what? Yeah.
Cringe.
I'm just gonna blame that on when I was electrocuted. It's
I'm gonna blame that on my BPD.
a lot of people being hypocrites. It's a lot of people contradicting themselves, and that's just how it is in this community. I mean, I don't know what to say about it.
What's the contradiction? Alex's ship was sick, so he took some time off. Amberlynn, in her own words, did not want to upload, so didn't. Is she aware those are different? Like, genuinely. Like, I realize that she's never actually had a job before in her entire life, and she is just like, fuck it, whatever this is on screen right now. Is she aware there's a difference between being sick and lazy? Is she aware?
About it. But I would like to say, as much as I do not like Alex, I have not watched his content in the longest.
Sure.
Like, I'm good off of that.
But you just watch all the other reaction channels. Wasn't there like a reaction channel that gets like 300 views and she was in one of their live streams recently? Isn't that the case?
He leaves a very bad taste in my mouth. And once that happens, I kind of want nothing to do with you. But I will say publicly, I hope that
you were in a Lordy It's Geordie live stream a couple of days ago, so much so that you got banned. What?
he is okay and whatever he is going through, I hope it gets figured out soon. How do you feel about people who fetishize your body? So the word fetish low-key confuses me. So let me go to like the google.com. Fetish.
Oh my god.
Please.
This is my point. Okay, so she's obviously doing this to waste time because everyone knows what a fetish is. Everyone. Just everyone. She's the one constantly arguing feeder-feedy relationships and stuff like that. But now she doesn't know what a fetish is. Also, please be aware that she made a point that she only ever checks things through ChatGPT. Immediately goes to Google. This is why people criticize you, because you lie about really stupid shit.
Please tell me, because I am in confusion. So the definition of fetish is a form of sexual desire in which gratification is strongly linked to a particular object or activity or a part of the body other than sexual organs.
Literally everyone knows that. Like, do you know what would be like the so real of her? Is this she goes like, people don't. People think I'm disgusting. That'd be actually like real of her.
Okay. So what that says to me, if you prefer someone of a certain body type, and that is what you are sexually attracted to, that's considered a fetish?
Well, no, that's not what that said at all. It's attracted to certain features, so you're attracted to them being fat. It's not of a certain body type, no, you're attracted to the fatness.
I'm a little confused by it. So if someone prefers my body type, that makes it a fetish, right?
Yes.
According to you, the person who asked this question.
What? What? Well, firstly, you're the one who wrote the question, I assume, because no one thinks you're being fetishized for being fat, because most people don't even think you're in a real relationship. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But yes, if you're into something and it is what gets you off and it is outside the normal thing, it's not like if you say, I like boobs. Well, congratulations, you're a dude or a lesbian or sometimes even a straight chick. You might be really into boobs. But if you're like, I like scars, that's a fetish because that's outside the norm.
So does that mean if the next Joe Schmo in line prefers someone of the skinny nature, does that mean that's a fetish for them? Because that is
well, if they're Eugenia Cooney skinny, then yes. If they're outside the norm, then yes.
what they prefer sexually. I think anyone should be able to look at any
Okay, so you just wrote this so you could get on a really reinforced soapbox and try and fucking say something here.
body type in the whole entire world and be like, that is what I prefer, without
Yes, and that would be a fetish, and it's fine to have fetishes. No one's upset someone has a fetish.
judgment. Whether they are
You're not being judged as you have a fetish. It's just you have a fetish. That's fine. Some people like certain uniforms. Some people are like, oh, I really like women in army uniforms, which fuck yeah, guilty of. That's a fetish.
tall, short, skinny, fat.
Yes, and people who like tall people and short people, that's not considered fetish. But if you like someone who's 3 foot tall, or if you like someone who's 70 foot tall, those are fetishes because it's outside the norm. This isn't even confusing.
Chunky doesn't matter. I think it is highly unfair that people like to say that the only way a fat person can be sexually liked is if it is a fetish.
Well, no one said that, especially not that question that you're talking about. They're saying if the person is attracted solely, like specifically to fat people, for the reason of them being fat, then that is a fetish. Just like if you like someone who's 70 foot tall and you're just like, oh, I like them for their personality, then that's not a fetish because you're not into them because they're 70 foot tall. But if you're like, I will only date 70 foot tall women, then you probably have a giantess fetish.
It's just obscene to me. That means any old skinny Jan or Mary over there, if that is someone's preferred, does that make them a fetish? The whole topic is just like really weird to me, but I like to look at the gray area, and that's what
Well, you didn't. You looked at the brown area because you're so fucking stupid.
I just gave you. But if we're just doing black and white and you're genuinely asking me, how does it feel to be fetishized? Like, because there are supposedly people who fetishize me. Feels great. Feels wonderful.
What? Why would you ask this question of yourself? like I said, it was obviously to try and do this soapbox, like body positivity thing. And then to try and act like smug at the end, even though it's like she's trying to pretend that it's not a thing. Where were you going with this?
All right, you guys. So that is the end of
like, Jesus, like what actual fucking trash. Wow. This is her content. This is the content that she gets upset about that people criticize when she couldn't stay consistent with nearly anything. The only way she can be less consistent if she ended up by saying she didn't like Billie Eilish. That's the only way. All right, that's going to be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.